Self-care is always essential, but it becomes even more crucial when life feels stressful, overwhelming, or uncertain. Having a self-care routine that suits you is key to maintaining mental, emotional, and physical health. Today, I'm sharing 25 do's and don'ts of self-care. I talk a lot about this on the channel, and these are my top tips for building a system that fits your schedule and life, so you can take care of yourself and, in turn, be there for others. Welcome back to my channel. Here, we share tips to help you live more simply, more minimally, more frugal, and find greater happiness and peace. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't yet, so you won't miss any new videos. Grab a cup of tea, and let's dive into today's video. Number 1, do take time to process your feelings. Make sure to take time to understand your feelings and avoid keeping them locked inside. Personally, I find that sitting quietly with my emotions for a little while helps me process them better. I set a timer for 15 or 30 minutes and give myself permission to feel whatever comes up. Once the time is up, I continue with my day. I've found this method to be very effective. For you, it might be something different. Perhaps taking a stroll, going for a run, or chatting with a friend about what you're feeling. Don't feel that self-care is selfish. It's simply about refilling your own energy so you can keep going. Think about it like this. If you don't charge your phone, eventually it dies and can't be used. The same goes for us. I know it can be hard to put your own needs first, especially when you want to help others. But taking time for yourself is important because you can't truly care for others if you're running on empty. Whether it's taking a break, getting some rest, or doing something you enjoy, remember, you deserve to prioritize yourself too. Do take a moment to return to the here and now and focus on your senses, especially when you're feeling overwhelmed, scared, or stressed. When your worries take over your thoughts. Try practicing mindfulness by tuning into your surroundings. What's happening in your immediate environment? Perhaps you can hear the traffic or the birds singing. You might choose to concentrate on one of your plants for a while, or pay attention to how the air feels around you. Maybe you want to sip a cup of tea and focus on that experience. This simple trick can work wonders. Don't think your problems aren't important just because other people have bigger issues right now. There have been a lot of things happening in the world over the past couple of years, but that doesn't mean you should always feel happy and grateful because someone else is struggling more. You have the right to talk about your problems and acknowledge how you feel. It's okay to feel pain, sadness, and worry. We all have complicated feelings sometimes, and that's perfectly fine. Try to find a balance. Yes, notice the good things in your life, but also allow yourself to feel and express your frustrations without thinking they don't matter. Do activities that bring you joy, whether it's dancing around the house, taking a peaceful walk in nature, or diving into a book that captures your imagination. Whatever brings you happiness, make time for it regularly. If there's something that consistently brightens your mood or puts a smile on your face, make it a habit to do it often. I've noticed that whenever I'm feeling down or overwhelmed, it's usually because I haven't given myself enough time to enjoy the things that bring me joy. Sometimes, even a small break to do something you love can make a big difference in how you feel. So, don't wait too long. Prioritize those moments of happiness for yourself. Don't engage in self-care activities that don't bring you joy. The first word in self-care is self, so make it your own. There's a lot of aspirational content out there about self-care that might lead you to believe you have to follow certain trends. But remember, one size does not fit all. What works for someone else might actually leave you feeling unhappy, and it's perfectly fine to recognize that. For instance, if you find that waking up at 5 a.m. to exercise is too difficult, you can adjust it to suit yourself better. And that's completely okay, and don't feel pressured to do activities just because that's what others are doing, especially online. Do communicate with others. Make sure to let others know what you need to feel happy and healthy. People often assume you'll handle things the same way you always have, unless you speak up. So, don't hesitate to tell them when you need some time off, or if you're feeling too tired to tackle a task. It's okay to ask for support. Share the activities that help you stay balanced and content, whether it's taking a walk, spending time with loved ones, or enjoying a hobby. Open communication can strengthen your relationships and ensure you get the care you need. Don't ignore the signs your body is sending you. Our bodies always communicate with us through different feelings and signals. If we listen to and understand these signals, we can stay healthier and feel better in our daily lives. Remember, taking care of yourself is about both mental and physical health. When you feel hungry, eat something. When you need to go to the bathroom, go right away. If you feel a headache coming on or have back pain, check your posture and take a few minutes to rest. If you're feeling tired, try to go to bed early when you can. If I could give you just one tip, it would be this. Do respect your natural limits. This is really important. There was a time when I often felt upset because I couldn't achieve more than my body allowed. But here's the thing. Ignoring your limits and pushing yourself too hard won't lead to anything good. For example, if you know you get tired after working for a few hours, it's okay to take breaks and recharge instead of trying to work nonstop. You should recognize where your limits are, the point where you can say, I can go this far, but no further. Try to honor that boundary as much as possible. Also, focus on appreciating all the things you can do rather than wishing you could do more. Don't believe that self-care has to be fancy or perfect. While I appreciate all the self-care ideas out there online, it's important to remember that your routine doesn't need to look like those. Life can get busy. You might not have 5 hours to spend on a complete self-care routine. For me, relaxing can be as simple as putting on my favorite comfy pajamas, skipping the makeup, and letting my hair be messy. It might not look great, but it really helps me relax. Self-care can also be as easy as taking a moment to enjoy a warm cup of tea or reading a few pages of a good book. Find what works for you, and remember that it's about how you feel, not how it looks. Do get organized. If you're someone who finds comfort in planning, try focusing on what's within your control. Make lists and set plans. When I feel stressed thinking I have an endless to-do list, I find that writing a simple list instantly helps. It reminds me that, first, the tasks aren't as overwhelming as they seemed, and second, having everything written down allows me to relax, knowing that nothing will slip through the cracks. Plus, it gives me a clearer path to follow, making the process feel more manageable. Don't believe that self-care is about becoming better for other people. Remember, self-care is entirely for your own benefit. While this may seem straightforward, it's an easy trap to fall into, doing things just to please others. Take exercising, for instance. If you're not working out because you love it or because it helps you feel good and supports your well-being, but rather to conform to a certain image or to impress others, then you're missing the point. Instead, focus on activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. Whether it's dancing, hiking, or even taking a leisurely walk, find what makes you feel alive. Self-care should nourish your soul, not just be a checklist to fulfill expectations. Do try to keep some time open in your schedule. The amount of free time you set aside will depend on your daily commitments. If you find yourself caught up in an activity that takes longer than expected, you won't have to worry, knowing you have that extra time reserved. Alternatively, if your day goes smoothly, you can enjoy that time for self-care activities like reading a book, going for a walk, or simply relaxing. Remember, it's important not to overcrowd your calendar. Leaving a few gaps here and there can help you recharge and bring balance to your life. Think of these open slots as opportunities to refresh your mind and body. Don't depend on screens for every self-care activity. It's totally okay to use them from time to time, especially if you love enjoying a good movie now and then. Still, aim to incorporate some screen-free activities into your routine. In my experience, these offline activities are much more effective in helping me reconnect with myself and find my balance. Consider things like going for a walk in nature, reading a book, or practicing mindfulness, as they can really enhance your overall well-being. Do surround yourself with people who make you feel good, those who lift you up, make you happy, inspire you, and help you feel at ease and confident. These positive relationships can bring a lot of joy into your life. Also, try to spend less time with people who make you feel bad or insecure. Remember, it's better to have a few close friends who support you than many friends who bring you down. Let the positive people around you help you shine and grow. Don't think you have to buy fancy things to practice self-care. In fact, you don't even need anything most of the time. Basically, all of my self-care activities are free or don't require anything at all. I know there are tons of really fancy self-care products available for purchase, and you totally can buy them if you want to, but you honestly don't have to. Do remember to seek help when you need it. You don't have to shoulder every responsibility alone or carry all the weight by yourself. It's perfectly okay to reach out to friends, family, or colleagues when life feels overwhelming or when you just need a bit of support with a task. Practicing the art of asking for help can make a big difference in your well-being. After all, people around you won't know you're struggling unless you let them know. So, don't hesitate. Your loved ones will likely be more than willing to lend a hand. Don't overlook the essentials of self-care. While indulging in luxurious treatments can be nice, I found that returning to the basics makes a significant difference when I'm not feeling my best. Simple questions can guide you. What are you eating? Are you getting enough restful sleep? Are you staying hydrated? Have you taken time to step outside and breathe in some fresh air? Even a short walk can uplift your mood and energy. These fundamental aspects of self-care are crucial for a reason. They provide the foundation for your overall well-being, so make sure to prioritize them. Do make a self-care list with activities you enjoy. Make sure to put together a self-care list that highlights activities you enjoy. It's helpful to have a collection of around 10 to 20 self-care activities you love, each taking different amounts of time. Include options that require just 1 minute, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes, along with those that take an hour or longer when you have some extra time. This way, whenever you have a spare moment, you can quickly look at your list and pick an activity that resonates with you. Don't stress about feeling worried or anxious. It's perfectly normal, especially when things are uncertain. Instead of fighting those feelings, try to accept them. For example, if I'm stressed about an upcoming deadline, I remind myself it's okay to feel that way and take small steps to manage the situation. This approach helps me stay calm and handle things better without feeling overwhelmed. Do practice self-compassion. Make it a habit to practice self-compassion. This involves being gentle and understanding with yourself, offering the same kindness to yourself that you freely give to others. Remember, you're trying your hardest, and that deserves your own kindness. When you're going through tough times, take a moment to comfort yourself. Maybe give yourself a mental hug, or, if you're open to it, wrap yourself in a real one. Little acts of self-care like this can make a big difference in how you feel. Don't feel like you need to control everything in your life. Even though we wish things could be different, a lot of what happens is out of our hands. Ignoring this can cause extra stress. If there's something you can change, that's great. But if you can't control it, try to let it go. Sometimes, letting go can help you feel lighter and make room for new good things in your life. Remember, it's okay to ask for help when things feel overwhelming. You don't have to go through it alone. Embracing what you can't change can lead to peace and acceptance, opening the door to new possibilities. Do prioritize sleep. Sleep is a key part of taking care of yourself that many people overlook. Don't underestimate how important sleep is, as it helps your body recover and your mind feel better. When you get enough quality sleep, your body rebuilds, boosts your immune system, and balances your hormones. On the other hand, not getting enough sleep can lead to tiredness, stress, and trouble focusing. To improve your sleep, set a regular sleep schedule, avoid screens before bed, and create a comfortable sleeping environment. Remember, sleep is not just a time to rest. It's also a time for your body and mind to recover, giving you the energy to tackle life's challenges. Don't feel guilty if you haven't had time for self-care. Lately, life can get chaotic, and it's okay not to manage everything all the time. Some days, I excel at self-care, while other days, I struggle to find even a few moments for myself. It's important to be gentle with ourselves during these phases. Just recognize when you've drifted off track and focus on small steps to get back into your routine. Even a few minutes for a warm cup of tea or a short walk can make a big difference. Remember, self-care isn't about perfection. It's about finding what works for you. Don't put off your self-care because you feel others deserve your time more. Neglecting your own personal needs to take care of others will eventually not lead to anything good for anyone. You absolutely 100% deserve to look after yourself, and it doesn't have to take much time. The good news is that small or even tiny self-care actions on a daily basis can have a huge impact. So be sure to plan it, schedule it, and actually do the things that you need to do to feel your best. Let me know your thoughts about this video, and of course, your do's and don'ts. Thank you for watching the video. I hope these self-care tips inspire you to prioritize your health. Remember, self-care is not just a hobby. It is essential for a happy and balanced life. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. I would love to hear your thoughts and any tips you'd like to share in the comments section below. Wishing you good health and see you in the next video.